Hey, how's it going everyone? This is K Collections, and today I'll be doing a review on one of my most favorite characters of all JRPGs, Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia. I grew up with the GameCube, and Tales of Symphonia was one of the first games I bought, and I just loved it. Highly recommend it. It has some HD remake or remastered version for the previous consoles, but nonetheless, one of my most favorite video games of all time. And yeah, I'm very happy to get this. I was lucky enough to find this from a US seller on eBay. I guess you guys could pretty much guess that the majority of the figures I buy is from eBay. So picked this up, and the seller was kind enough to lower the price for me, so I can't thank him enough. And as always, here's the front of the box, window display, beautiful display of the figure inside. Other than that, pretty simplistic. Has the Tales of Symphonia logo right there, and the tree. You guys who played the Tales game should know what the tree is. Here's just a back view of Lloyd. And for the back of the box, again, very simplistic, nothing too much going on. And the other side is a promotional image of Lloyd looking very good. And the top, again, simple. No, it's just a tree. And the bottom. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is from Alter, and Alter has some of the best quality figures, at least to me. I always loved their figures. I also bought the Tales of Grace as Bell launch. I did a review. That's actually my first review ever for this channel. So feel free to check it out, guys. But yeah, let's get this opened up and take a deeper look. Okay. First thing, always check the instructions. Even though you can't read Japanese, at least look at the pictures. You spend a lot of money for these figures, you want to take good care of them. But moving on to the accessories, let's start with the stand that it comes with. It's gorgeous. As you guys know, I love action, or not action-based, stands that come with statues. If it's not, a non-simplistic stands. There you go. I love stands that are the environment or has very unique design. I hate the clear plastic stands or the solid black stand for the figures. But let's talk more about this. I love how as it goes towards the center, it's a darker shade of brown, and towards the the ends, it's a lighter shade of brown. Looks very detailed. I love the sculpt work. Actually looks like actual rock. Of course, it's plastic, but it even has a good weight to it. So very nice there. Here's the bottom. It's just a light brown coloring right there. But let's move on to his weapons. So he does come with two swords. I forgot the name of these swords. They're both identical. So let's look at one in depth. I love the silver paint on the blade. Looks beautiful and smooth. There's no paint issues there. Maybe there is one right there. Nope, that's just dust or something. But going towards the guard, love the gold painting in the center. And at the edges is the silver painting. Looking at the handle, as you head towards the lower portion, it's a lighter shade of brown. Dark brown right there. Love the sculpt work lining on the top of the handle. And of course, can't deny the beautiful silver paint work right in the center. So again, you get two of these. Lloyd's known to dual wield, so both look great. And lastly, it does come with two identical scabbard for the swords. And here's just both of them. Again, I'm going to look at one. Pretty simple. It's a dark brown painting on the ends, and for the center and the end right here, it's a silver painting. I love the consistency. It's the same silver, so consistent there. It's not a different shade of silver or a different coloring. Again, very simple. And here's a little peg you're gonna peg onto his waist. And I do believe you get to insert the sword. I don't want to scrape the paint, so I'm just being very gentle. Yeah, it's good. All right. Just be careful. I wouldn't insert the sword into a scabbard. I mean, for one, it doesn't look good. Especially when you're displaying the character, he's meant to hold the swords. But you just also want to be careful not to scrape off any of the paint, especially for something this beautiful. But yeah, that's it for the accessories. Pretty simple there. And move these so you can see everything. and of course the base. Alright, let's take an in-depth look on the figure now. So here is the figure, and he looks amazing. One of the best pose for Lloyd. Here's just a 360 look, and I didn't invest on a rotating stand or a rotator, so I'm just going to use my hand. But this figure looks awesome. Now starting with the head, well, let's start with the hair first. The hair looks amazing. The sculpt work for it, as you can see, different shades of brown all around. Now, again, towards the end, it's a darker shade of brown, but the center is a lighter coloring. But the sculpt work is really detailed. All these sculpted hair lines. Oh, also, I want to mention, in order to insert the sword into his hands, you gotta unpeg the bottom portion, put it in. Be careful not to break your weapon, of course, and then peg it back in. But and also, for his scabbard, you just insert it into his waist. You can move up and down. Not too much there. But going back to the head, looks amazing. The sculpt work for the eyes, you gotta hand it to Alter. It looks really good. And of course, Lloyd smirking, a traditional trait of Lloyd. I also like the little sculpted hair on his back. These little hair right there. Let's move on to a scarf. Beautiful sculpt work. I love the curves they give to, or it's not a scarf, I think it's like a neck piece. I don't even know what it is. But I like that, it's a solid white, but as you go down, it has this very light shade of blue. So detailed there. Just be careful, it is kind of fragile. It's, it's plastic, of course. I wouldn't bend it or anything. Self-explanatory right there. Going down to his sleeve, or his clothing. Good wrinkles right there. Solid red clothing. And hints of white dots, I guess, all around his clothing. Love the wrinkles and curves. Gives this natural look to this figure. Going to the back portion, a solid brown, I guess, strap. Right here is silver. I do believe it's the same kind of silver as the swords, so great consistency right there. And looking at his, I believe it's X-Sphere, or I forgot what it's called, on his gauntlet or his hand. It is a translucent light blue, so I'm glad they did it right there. I'm glad it's a translucent blue, not like a glossy, high colored blue or something, or sky blue. Going down to his pants, beautiful wrinkles as well. His belt, silver painting right there, solid brown. Good sculpt work. And going down to his shoe, very simple. Again, silver, I guess, straps. Shoes also pretty simple. It's a solid red. Decent, or good sculpt work lining right there. So overall, amazing figure. I'm just trying not to, move the pegs on his waist too much. You don't want to break it, so just be careful when you're moving him. It is a little bit loose, but other than that, it's okay. So yeah, not really too much to say about this figure, honestly. I mean, it looks great. I definitely love it. There's really no flaws to it. It is a 1/8 scale. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but it's a 1/8 scale, and I'll do a comparison with my Asbel launch, same company, from Alter, within the Tales series line. So I'll do a comparison with that, and I'll also bring a ruler and just to measure his height. Here's a comparison with the Alter Asbel launch from Tales of Grace. Pretty much the same size. They are the same scale, 1/8, and like I said, I'll bring a ruler just to measure the height. It looks like he's pushing a little bit above 7 inches, maybe 7.5 if it's the tip of his hair. Of course, over 8 inches if you're seeing the tip of his sword. But very, very good size to his figure. So my final thoughts on this figure: it's excellent, worth every single penny I invested into him, and he was about $90-ish. But nonetheless, quite expensive. Again, if you're into collecting these high quality figures or statues, whatever you want to call it. I call them figures. So I mean, if you call it, guys call it statue, feel free to say that as well. But I know if you're a collector and you collect these high quality figures, I mean, you're expected to pay a hefty price for them. And for me, I love collecting. It's a huge hobby of mine. It makes me happy, right? It's a waste of money, but like most hobbies, it's kind of a waste of money. But enough of that. I'm not here to debate, whether collecting is a good investment or not. But this figure is awesome. Highly recommend it, especially if you're a Tales fan. I know a lot of people from my generation who love JRPG play Tales of Symphonia. Even if you're not into collecting, get this figure because it's more or less, I guess, low in stock. They're not reissuing it or anything, so it's only going to become more rare. If you can find it on eBay or maybe Amazon, then go for it for a decent price. I'm not saying spend over $200 for it. Then that's not worth it, right? If it's around 100-ish, to me, it's totally worth it. Basically, no flaws from what I could tell. Paintwork, none, as expected from Alter. Sculpt work is excellent as well. Highly recommend it. Even if you guys don't know Alter, do your research. Their figure line is pretty impressive. I love them all. I only collected a few Alter figures, but nonetheless, highly recommend the company. And yeah, I hope you guys find this quick review enjoyable. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. And as always, guys, hit the like button. I always love the support. It shows that you guys are engaged with my content. I'm always trying to improve. Of course, I'm not the best reviewer ever. I'm always still improving. But hit the like button, or comment down below. It shows that engagement, which I like. And also subscribe to my channel. And because I always do other reviews, unboxing, etc., etc. So I always love the support, guys. Can't thank you guys enough. And as always, have an awesome day.